Hi everyone, it's Erica again, bringing to you my latest creation featuring a new product, Philadelphia Cooking Cream. This week we're taking things south of the border with the Santa Fe Blend variety. This product is wonderful. It delivers a burst of delicious flavor. It's so easy to use. You just spoon it in and your friends and family will swear you went and kidnapped Rick Bayless and have him tied up in your kitchen somewhere. So today I'm bringing you my recipe for a casserole inspired by one of my favorite Southwest dishes, green chili. I first had this dish when I lived in Colorado and I've come to love it. Since moving back up to New England, kind of hard to find. So with this cooking cream, this casserole is so easy you can't help but want to make it all the time. So why don't we just step over to the stove and let's start cooking. So to start out with this green chili casserole, I've got just a little bit of oil, a few tablespoons in a nonstick pan. You want a nice big deep one so that we can fit all our ingredients in it and stir them around without sloshing over the sides. Get that warmed up. I have in my bowl about 2 pounds of chopped pork tenderloin. If you don't want to use pork tenderloin, you can certainly use ground pork. If pork's not your thing, you can substitute ground beef or ground turkey, even tofu. Just about anything will work in this recipe. But for authentic green chili, you want to go with the pork. I've also got about a half cup chopped onion and about a tablespoon of chopped garlic. So now that our pan's pretty hot, we're going to drop it all in. And we're going to saute that until everything is nice and brown. It will be going in the oven later, so if it's not completely cooked through, it's okay. You do want to make sure you cook everything through if you're using ground beef or any of the other ground meats, just so you can drain off the fat. Because I'm using pork tenderloin, there's really not a lot of fat on it, and any pan drippings that I do end up with will just add their flavor to this dish, and it'll be delicious. So I'm going to get this going and browned up, and when it's all done, we'll be right back. Okay, so our pork is all nice and brown. I've still got the heat on. We're going to add our next ingredients, and it couldn't be simpler. We're going to start off with 1 can of black beans. This particular variety already has the chili spices in it, cumin, some other spices, so we're not going to drain it. We're going to pour it with its liquid. Get all of that flavor in there. And I love black beans. They're my favorite. And I'm not a big fan of beans, but these little black beans are delicious. Okay, the next ingredient we're going to pour in is a can of diced tomatoes with green chili. You can use any brand. There's lots of varieties. Again, undrained. Pour it in, liquid and all. And the final ingredient is one small, this is about a cup in this can, of salsa verde, or green salsa. And that's going to go in as well, all of it together. And then we're just going to mix that up, and that will be the foundation of our casserole. So incorporate this all together. And like a lot of casseroles, there ain't much to look at, but it's certainly quick, easy to make. One dish to clean up when you're done, and it's delicious, I promise. And that's all there is to it. You have the start of our green chili casserole. So you join me over back on the counter, and I'll show you how to put it all together. Okay, so I've transferred our casserole foundation from the pan into our casserole dish. Next step, we're going to take flour tortillas, the big burrito 12-inch size ones, and ta-da! Our Philadelphia Cooking Cream Santa Fe Blend. And what we're going to do is scoop out the cream, and we're going to spread it inside these tortillas. You can be generous here. We got lots of cream to use. This is going to add a zippy little kick and a creamy richness to this casserole. It's going to be delicious. We're going to fold over the tortilla, make like a little quesadilla with our cooking cream, and I'm going to cut them in half. It's not entirely necessary to cut them in half, it just makes it a little easier to serve later, because each piece will be about a serving size. And we're going to layer those on the top of our casserole as best you can. There's going to be some overlap, and that's perfectly okay. And then we'll go to the next one. We'll spread it in. So it's going to take about 3 tortillas to cover this casserole entirely, which is perfect. That's what I got left. Funny how that works out. And in it goes. And then the last one. And the last of our cream. And then the last step, once we get all of this layered with our tortillas and cream, we're going to cover everything with a generous layer of shredded cheddar cheese. Once we get this all covered, we're going to pop it into a 350-degree oven for about 45 minutes and we'll be ready to serve. So I'm going to get this covered with cheese, we'll pop it in the oven and I'll be right back. So it's been about 45 minutes. I've taken the casserole out of the oven because it's got a nice brown cheesy top to it and it's a perfect meal to warm you up on a cold winter day. So I'm going to plate some up and we'll be right back to show you what it looks like on the plate. And there you have it, a delicious casserole inspired by green chili with black beans and Santa Fe blend cooking cream. Enjoy.